Welcome back to the channel. Just a farm dad here. Today's project, we're going to be working on some more F-channel. We're going to install it on the south side of the building. It's going to be a 50-foot run. It's going to take 4 sticks of the 12-foot by 6-inch ply gem F-channel. And then in the next video, we're going to get into some J-channel around the windows and the doors. So the first thing I wanted to tell y'all was about the project. I didn't talk about it much in the last video, but let's talk about that for a little bit and the reason why I started the channel. Back in 2019, my wife and I wanted to have a garage. So we started designing some things, figuring out what we wanted, what kind of siding, what we wanted as the floor, on a slab, on a footer, what we needed to do in case our in-laws or our parents later in life needed a place to stay that had handicap accessibility. So we got to thinking, we came up with a building, a structure that was 30 by 50, and to serve our current needs, we wanted it to be a garage. 10-foot tall walls, 30-foot wide. I believe you start getting into the manufactured trusses. So I'm going to run through real quick and let you know some of the major costs of this garage. But first, let me tell you, in 2019, we had a builder come here, and he quoted us on this garage for an ungodly amount. It was back when COVID was ramping up and OSB was $66 to $88 a sheet, and that might have had something to do with it. But for this garage with a 4-inch slab with a 1-foot footer all the way around the rebar, the vapor barrier, 10-foot walls, manufactured trusses, 3 garage doors, and 10 windows, $245,000. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. $245,000? That's a house. That's a lot of stinking money. So my wife and I said, no way, we can do it myself. We're capable of doing it myself. And that's why I started the channel, you guys, because give you a little bit of inspiration, give you a little bit of hope. You can build this stuff. I've done everything that you see here except 2 things by myself. I've stood the trusses up by myself, or manufactured trusses. Those were running around $4,700, I believe, at the time. 25 trusses, 2 gable trusses, and then 23 of the standard trusses going down through the middle. I stood those up with the tractor. The roof, we had that subbed out. That ran us around $4,000, and the garage doors, believe it or not, were kind of more expensive than I wanted them to be, but they were $12,000. So we're not even close to the $245,000 mark. And let me tell you something else. We had a company come in and give us a quote on windows. I said, okay, you know what? How much damage can buying windows and the installation really do to our pockets? Well, it was another high-ticket item. We had the company come in, sat down at the table, everything was really nice, and he gave us a quote for $30,000. I said, get the heck out of my house. We are not paying that kind of money for windows. You gotta be kidding me. So he packed his stuff up and left, and my wife and I decided that we were gonna do that ourselves. So lo and behold, we went to one of the local stores here, Lowe's to be more specific, and found some really nice fiberglass windows made by Pella. And then we also have one window that we couldn't quite get the dimensions to. It's a 48 wide by 2 foot tall, an awning window that we wanted for eventually over a kitchen sink if this place gets converted. So 10 windows, all fiberglass, 3 foot wide by 5 foot tall. Those windows cost us about $700 a piece. And they still come with the warranties. They're the argon in between the double pane, double hung windows, and then on the other end where we're going to put our gym, that is 5 of the casement windows that open on a hinge. But just to let y'all know, it can be done. It's not rocket science, and I know you guys can do it. So there's a little brief description of what I'm working on, and let's go ahead and jump into some of this installation of the F channel. Some of you new guys starting out with some projects that you might want to work on at the house. This F channel is used for your soffit, and if you get confused, one of the ways that I look at it, and really the only way you're going to learn, is if you come out and try to install this stuff. This is on the window. You know, it wouldn't make sense to put F channel on your window with nothing to nail to. No matter which way you put this stuff, F channel does not go around your window, because then you would be bringing your material perpendicular to the wall. So F channel is for your soffit. It can be installed this way or this way. Hey kiddos, say have fun building today, Dad.
Have some building today, Dad. Have some building today, see?
Oh, you're building too? What are you building?
I got my mouth to feed. Bye, Audie.
Bye. Okay, first thing I want to do is take a quick measurement of the width of this F channel. It's sitting at right at 1.5 inches. Let me show you why. I want to do this side of the garage with a chalk line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nail or a screw right here, 1.5 inches down below this bird box board, and then I'm just going to shoot a chalk line all the way across down to about midway, since it's such a long run. I don't want there to be any drop or sag in the middle, so we'll do a chalk line from here to the middle. I'll grab the framing square, we'll make a little mark on the building, and then we'll do this chalk line in 2 separate measurements. Okay, we finished the 4th piece of F channel. Just in time, that sun's starting to kiss the back of my neck. It's getting pretty warm. It's supposed to be 80 today, but this is what we have. There's that chalk line. Get much better than that. And then there's the extra piece that we have. We're gonna snip that off. Okay, just to show you guys the DIYers, some of the new people that never worked with the F channel or the J channel. Here's how you remember where it's gonna go. And my J channel's on the top and my F channel's on the bottom. Okay, J channel up top, F channel on the bottom. It all depends on where your finishing edge is going to be and where your nailing flange is at. See, both of these had the nailing flange in the same position. But look at the direction your vinyl or whatever product you're using would have to come. This one down here on the bottom, the F channel, would be coming out towards me. So you know that's incorrect. So J channel goes around the windows. F channel is used for your soffit, going up underneath your eaves for your soffit and going up under on your gable ends. Your F channel can be installed this way or this way. In my case, I turned mine with the nailing flange on the bottom and did a chalk line all the way down so that all I had to do was line up that bottom nailing flange on the chalk line. If you do, you can do it on top. If you want to do it the top way, it's just a little bit harder to see in my opinion, so I measured down 1.5 inches. The distance of that, 1.5 inches down, and just decided to use that bottom nailing flange as my guide. I think that pretty much wraps it up. The next video that I'm going to be doing is taping those fascia boards, just add a little bit of protection for a moisture barrier, and then we'll get the F channel up underneath the gable ends done, and also J channel around the windows. Stay tuned. Thanks guys, we'll see you in the next video.